What's up, everybody? Man, back. Welcome to a brand new video, and today we're going to be doing another Godzilla vs. Kong news and updates. If you couldn't tell, I just discovered OBS has a filter mode for the camera. So in this one, we are going to run through some recent Godzilla vs. Kong news. Now, I will preface this video by saying, because of how backed up I am on homework and everything, and I've just not been uploading a lot, I've got so many videos that I've just recorded but couldn't edit because they take too much time. I'm going to be scaling back my editing style a significant amount. Hopefully it won't impact my quality too much, but I'm going to have to scale things back, not put as much attention into these videos, just because I can't get them out if I continue to edit the way I've been editing for the past 2 years now. So I gotta have to scale things back a little bit, and I apologize for that. I truly do. I'm sorry. But once this whole hectic schedule with school is over, I will be able to get back to normal. Starting out, I wanted to give a shout out to Kaiju Masterclass. Kaiju Masterclass is a recent community event. It is an online kaiju convention. It's like a combination between master classes, so online courses, and a Godzilla convention, something like G-Fest. So what would happen if you took both of those, fused them together? It's meant to be a primarily educational kaiju convention where you're learning about the movies, you're learning about the process of making the movies. It's not like teaching you math or anything. It's teaching you about the making of these kaiju films that we all know and love, and I think it's a brilliant idea. I absolutely love taking the more intellectual approach to a convention like this. I love how deep they're diving into these interviews. It's just such an awesome thing. This is the exact kind of thing that hopefully someday, when I have the resources, knowledge, and ability to do, I hope to be able to do something like this as well. I absolutely love this. So shout out to everyone over there at Kaiju Masterclass. Got a link down below so you guys can go check out the interviews. I'm sure I will discuss some of the interviews in future videos to come. As for now, there is a video breaking down the making of the KVG ad that I discussed in the last news and updates. Now, the KVG ad was, I'm being told, a fan animation. It was an independent guy who just made this for fun. It's not an actual Bean commercial like I thought it was. It was spoofing a Bean commercial this guy did, which I'm assuming is the Not for Astronauts Bean commercial. I'm assuming that's the guy who made that is the guy who made this. So the dude who made that has now done a kind of sequel to that, but it's unofficial as far as I'm aware. It's just a fan animation because he's a big Godzilla and Kong fan as far as I can tell. He put a lot of effort into this. He's got a behind the scenes breakdown of this, and I just gotta say, I touched a little bit on it in my last video, but the special effects in this are fantastic. The CGI looks amazing, and now especially knowing this is a fan animation, it's incredible what this person was able to accomplish. The CG truly does look near movie grade quality. It's awesome looking, and yeah, although this didn't get me hyped for the movie Godzilla vs. Kong, because it's not Godzilla vs. Kong, it has truly nothing to do with Godzilla vs. Kong, I can still appreciate the effort and craftsmanship that went into making this. I think it's an awesome ad from that perspective, or an awesome fan animation from that perspective. Whoever made this, great job. It truly is really incredible work. Also, it's fun to read in the little script here that they are explicitly referred to as Godzilla and Kong. In the animation, you can also see that they originally started out with a 2014 render from the mobile game, I think Godzilla Strike or something. I don't know exactly what mobile game that little Godzilla model is used from. Kong does take after the Peter Jackson Kong quite a bit in this ad. All right, now moving on. This can't be right. We have another Godzilla vs. Kong banner? I don't understand. Okay, so this one is Godzilla and Kong. Same image of Godzilla and Kong. The text on screen, the background is a little different. It's now red and blue and a little more animated. This one's a bit more flashy than the other ones. This another one. We have another banner. Wait. It's all Banner? Always has been. I'm done. I can't do it anymore. I can't talk about the Godzilla vs. Kong banner. I'm sorry. What's next? I've been talking about this thing for months. All right, here we go. Something new. The Godzilla vs. Kong font has been featured on the Playmates Godzilla boxes, and it's been seen a couple times. We now have the official full font reveal, so you've got the spike in the G, the spike in the I, the spike in the A. It's kind of a mixture of the Godzilla 2014 King of the Monsters font and the Kong Skull Island font. You also got one in the G for Kong, a little spike there. The spikes come from the Kong Skull Island font, and the boldness, I don't quite know how to describe it, but the sharpness and the boldness come from the the Godzilla 2014 font. It's a perfect blend of the two fonts. I think that's an awesome idea, taking the two fonts. It just shows another level of Godzilla vs. Kong. You know, it's this blending of two franchises. And what is that? Hold on. I see something in the Godzilla and the Kong here. It looks like you can see Godzilla's mouth roaring inside the Godzilla and Kong inside the... Wait a minute. That's the same image. That's the same banner image inside the font. That means this is just another logo. This is just another version of the banner. The same banner we've seen for like 2 years now. That's not true. That's impossible. No. Make it stop, please. Just make it stop. Please make it stop. I can't believe how much mileage they're getting out of this banner. I mean, props to them. It's amazing. I feel like, you know, that scene Taco from the English dub of King Kong vs. Godzilla.
No more. I'm sick of Godzilla.
That's how I feel with this banner. You know what I'm talking about? Of course, the advertising campaign hasn't started for the movie yet, so we aren't gonna get anything outside of that banner. But it is really funny to see that they just pump out variant after variant of this thing. I mean, the fan base is a little done with it. I think when we get a new image, people will be very excited. As we were when we got the really cool picture on the back of the Playmates box. So yeah, the Godzilla vs. Kong banner and the little font were featured in a new reveal for Prime 1 Studios. Prime 1 Studios will be releasing Godzilla vs. Kong models. These are going to be very expensive. We don't exactly know what they're going to release yet. All we know is that they have the license for the film, but man, these guys produce some high-end models. They will be very expensive, and yeah, their little promo does feature a motion graphic of the Godzilla vs. Kong logo, so that's cool. Shout out to Nerdist here, because Nerdist has been a longtime ally of the MonsterVerse. These guys have been fans of the MonsterVerse. They've been supporting Godzilla like very few other popular YouTube channels and online geek websites. These are the same people who arranged the MonsterVerse watch-alongs back in April, May time. Huge shout out to them for that. They just did a podcast. I have that link down below. They did a MonsterVerse recap podcast, kind of a discussion on the MonsterVerse and Godzilla in general. Godzilla and Kong. It was a Godzilla and Kong podcast. So they talked Godzilla, they talked Kong, and then they talked the MonsterVerse. Now they did have someone from Toho there on the panel, and they shared an interesting insight. When asked what their favorite non-Godzilla or Kong kaiju is, their response was, a new mystery monster will appear in Godzilla vs. Kong that will take that throne. I mean, that's kind of the interpretation of what they said, because what they actually said was, ask me again May 21st, 2021, implying that yes, a new mystery monster will appear in Godzilla vs. Kong and take the throne. I'm going to say spoiler information really fast for anyone who doesn't know. You don't have to skip the video or anything, just skip this section. It's possible that this new spoiler monster, this individual whose name I forget was referring to, could either be Mechagodzilla, who is seemingly going to appear in the movie, or the new Titan that we have figure pictures of, which is Nozuki or Warbat, depending on which title you're gonna go with. So it's possible that either one of those are the ones he's talking about. I'm excited to see Warbat in the movie, if I'm honest. I'm not excited to see if Mechagodzilla appears, but that's just me. Either way, I've got that Nerdist podcast link down below. It's a lot of fun to listen to, so go check it out. Next up, Drew Edward Johnson, who is the artist behind Godzilla Aftershock and the artist behind the upcoming Godzilla comic for Godzilla vs. Kong, has answered some questions during Legendary Comics, little Twitter Q&As, things that they do every Monday. They have MonsterVerse Mondays, and he answered some questions. He started out by saying that he was inspired by Ultraman when drawing kaiju. His first experiences were of Ultraman, and this translated into his work on Godzilla comics. He started drawing Ultraman in kindergarten and still loves the character today. Johnson also said he's a big King Kong fan who loved Skull Island and drew the cover for Skull Island: The Birth of Kong issue 4. And then when asked how he draws the kaiju, Johnson says he starts with the torsos before moving to things like the limbs and the face. ZID also answered a couple questions during MonsterVerse Monday, ZID being the artist behind Skull Island: The Birth of Kong and the upcoming Kong comic, which name I always forget. ZID answered some questions and said, the action scenes are actually the easy part. He says that they're fun, they're easy to draw. The hard thing in comic books is drawing dialogue, because you need to find a way to make it visually interesting while leaving room for text. So he tries to change up the camera angle and the lighting and everything else to make things very interesting and dynamic, even though it's just basically talking heads, people telling you what's happening, just faces talking. ZID says he also loves to draw Godzilla and almost did the artwork for Godzilla Awakening back in 2013. Honestly, I'd like to live in that alternate universe, although I think that story story is just not great. It's riddled with continuity errors. Seeing the art style done by ZID, it would be amazing to see in translation with Godzilla. I would love that. I would absolutely love that. However, I will say I actually quite like the art in Awakening. I've grown to like it over the years. I didn't like it initially, but I've grown to like it. And although I think ZID would have done a better job, I'm happy with what we got. There's actually a back half to this video that I have chopped off, and I'm gonna make a separate upload. It will either have gone up before or it will go up after this. I don't know how I'm gonna upload these, but there is a second half to this video. I just know that you guys don't really like sitting through 20-minute videos, so I snipped it in half. So I'm actually gonna call this video here. This is the outro. Thank you guys for watching if you clicked on this one, and I really appreciate it. Thank you guys all so much. Make sure to go check out part 2 or part 1, depending on which half this gets uploaded as. I don't know. But either way, go check out the other half of this video. Until next time, D-Man out.